And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. We have got ourselves a 3 versus 3 on the settlement of, you guessed it, Bertigala. This one was sent in by none other than Medusa. Now, Medusa is on defense today, playing as Chimeria. His allies today, we have Saba being commanded by Agent Panda, and Parthia being commanded by Hubert. Got a lot of cavalry out here. Obviously, we got Saba and Parthia. For the attackers, we have got Carthage being commanded by Handsome Daddy. Got, interesting, 4 pikes, a bunch of hoplites, Cretans, javelins. Lot of, wow. Typically it's a 2-pike rule thing. Medusa, you'll have to let me know, is this a rule break? Anyways, we have got also Egypt. We have got Bob. And finally, Seleucid being commanded by Doth Bane. Seleucid here, got a bunch of thorax swords, Persian hoplite 2-tier. Thorough spears, more thorax. And then it looks like Egypt going with a ton of thorax swords. Oh, Egypt! Oh no, this is bad. Maybe they don't know it though. Okay, well they did find Egyptian infantry here. But look at this, all of the Egyptian, well, a bunch. Got a bunch of their Rhodian slingers over here, but they do have a ton of thorough spears here as well. Camel cataphracts trying to get in there, they take some losses. The Marib camel cataphracts, they're going to go straight in. A lot of javies. Oh my Lanta. Now remember though, Levy throw spears are a very light infantry unit. So while they did get a really good javi toss, it's probably not going to be enough. Got the Ptolemaic cav gen. We got the noble cav gen of Carthage. In the end, I think this is a losing fight for the attackers though. They do have the thorough spear support though, so that could help. Rib camel cataphracts down to 42 men. Only 65 kills on them. What about the Sabaean ones? 49, but they're getting a bit better charge than the Marib camel cataphracts did. Not taking as much fire. The Parthian cataphracts, we got 34 kills, 9 kills. The general here taking 6 losses and 12, 13, 16. A lot more. So Egypt definitely making them pay for this sally out. Look at all the losses that got taken in that. The Egyptian infantry fight. Carthage landing. We got mercenary Italian swordsmen. Chimerian leading the defense over here. Well, not leading. It looks like Parthian and Chimeria here. Holding the thorax swords at the walls. Parthian swords. No charge back. And here comes Carthage charging the flank. Italian swords, Italian swords. Chimerian infantry, 139. Chimerian infantry have turned to face the Italian swordsmen. Thorax here, kind of just pushing into, not even pushing in, like just not really doing a whole lot. Over here, so the cab battle is still going here. Noble Gen might lose. It's 40 men, 1 chevron though. I'm pretty sure that is kills. 2. Royal Cataphracts, 42 kills. Not the greatest amount of kills here. Except for this one, 446. Now remember, this is the one that was getting into the back lines. It's kind of hard to see with all the trees. 61 kills now. The Sabaean cabin frag shatters. 2 chevrons, 447 kills. Parthian general is alive, I guess? Looks like it. Somehow, he's got 17 men left. They did not take the noble cav gen. Did they take Egypt's general? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we got 2 generals out of the fight. Pretty sure, I don't see, yeah, pretty sure Saba's gone too. So yeah, 2 generals out of the fight for the defenders. Libyan infantry using formation attack going up against the Cimmerian nobles. If the Cimmerian nobles don't get shot, they're going to do pretty well. 41 melee attack for a hoplite's pretty solid. They just have low armor and they really don't like arrows, but the attackers aren't hitting them, so... It does look like the attackers are going to take a wall. Got 30 damage on this wall. Do have some Cretans in, but they're completely unprotected. Free kills for young axes. Yeah, Cretans are pretty much SOL at this point. Mercenary Moscot Marauders going to come in and clean up. Great Javi tosses, Mercenary Moscot Marauders. And they'll probably charge in too here in a moment. Sabaean swords coming from the wall. Now they do have archers out here now. Well, javelin men. And one of them shooting at the Cimmerian noble infantry. One's going for the Sabaean swords. Wall's at 67%. You can see the rest of the armies from Egypt moving back towards the main attack. Most of the attack by Seleucid, unfortunately, is pretty much gone. Thorough spears, yeah. So you can see now the defenders fully turn their attention over here. They don't have to worry about this angle as much. Syrian heavy archers here still. Cimmerian noble infantry, 102 kills. Bounce power is pretty heavy in the... Not heavy, but it is in favor of the attackers. Mercenaries, Moscot Marauders. The wall's not down yet. If they're not careful, they're going to kill a bunch of their troops. What's the wall at? 90? I think he stopped because of that. 17 kills on it. Okay, you could probably, well, not, never mind. Moscot Marauders, 49 kills, 17. Cimmerian noble infantry was at 95. Now we got slingers up on the wall, trying to get rid of those peltis and javelin men. Now, are we going to get a push here now? Wall is down now. Oh, and they did it with a bunch of Carthage's men on top of it. Dirty move. Yeah, but they're not even pushing the breach at the moment either. They are going to continue putting troops to the right. Thorough Spear is still here. He's got 80 kills. Cimmerian noble infantry taking him on. Is that the general, or the archer shooting the general here? Yeah, I think it's this archer right here, but he's not shooting very well because he's got a thorax sword on top of him. Cimmerian heavies moving up. Also have Cimmerian's Greek Scorpion here. Not too many shots yet, but it looks like he's trying to adjust it forward. All right, they are landing on, well, looks like they're going to push the attack on the main corner. It's a long move. I mean, really, by the time they get over here, pretty sure all of this is going to be pretty much done. So everything's just going to be able to shift over anyways. Don't know how truly helpful this big, heavy shift is actually going to be. Got step archers taking on the Syrians. Though I think it's a combo of Chimerian heavies and step archers. Why is... Okay, never mind. I thought I saw a numbers discrepancy between the two units. I was like, what the hell? More RD. Now they're just RDing kind of the back areas here. 161 kills, and that's after breaking down the breach. That's pretty good. He's getting some really good shots on these stacked up units back here. 181 now. He's got a chevron as well. I don't know what Carthage is doing. I don't know what either of them are doing. They're obviously not attacking this wall because there's no siege towers here. Egypt seems like they want to attack this wall here, but I'm not sure what Carthage's plan is because they kind of just walked over in front of this area and are just chilling. But they have no way in the city, so I don't really know what they're doing. Really just kind of cleaning up over here. Carthaginian hoplites, thorax swords. A sword! A sword! Give me a sword! Does that make anybody else think of Gladiator? When the Emperor fights Maximus and then loses his sword and he's calling for a sword from the Praetorians and nobody will give it to him. And now they're just chilling. Egypt is kind of like, okay, Carthage, what are we doing? 189 on the ballista. Might be out of ammo now. Yeah, it looks like it. 189 kills, once again, while also breaking a breach down. It's pretty good. It takes like a quarter ammo to take a breach down, and that's hitting, you know, really good shots. You miss a few, it can take some more. Don't tell me they're about to try to, like, burn down the gate and just rush through it. It's got the mercenary Italian swords. They're just getting busted up by the oil, though. Get too close to that. 34 kills, 35 kills, 65 on the Cretans. Look at that Libyan. Cha 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 cha. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. No, nobody? Yeah, Egypt literally has no idea what to do because his ally is doing something. Don't know what. Sally out went really, really bad for the defenders, but the rest of the fight has gone swimmingly for them. The bounce power seems to have evened out a little bit. Yeah, I'd say it's just about dead even. But to be honest with you, I don't really know where all that bounce power is coming from for the attackers. It's probably come from ammunition. A lot of times that has a big impact, but 117, 92, 95... 53. It doesn't seem like they have a ton of ammo left. They might be able to get on this wall at the moment if they were just dropped. Because there's really not a whole lot here. All you really have is a couple depleted units of mercenary Moscow Marauders. But enough, all this here would be enough to get a foothold. But still, I really just don't understand what their plan is. African pikes trying to chase down Moscot marauders. Cretan's 114 kills. Got a good javi toss by the Sabaean swords. Pikes also don't have their pikes out. Got him. Now they're going to get charged from behind by Carthaginian hoplites and another pike. Now their third African pike is mounting the walls. Did Egypt realize? And, well, he remounted a bunch of his troops, but he hasn't landed them, which means, look at this. Looks like they're now sending more units over. And so by the time he puts his units down, they might have reinforcements here, but right now they don't. Got some some Seleucid cavalry coming over here. Gonna kill some young axes. I don't know how this young axe got over here. Tiny little 40-man unit. I don't know why they're not landing. Like, this one breach is not going to be enough. But you've got some units that you might... I don't know, man. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. Royal Peltis, Thorax Pikes. What was that? It looked like people went flying right there. Young axes charging. Once again, pikes, not even in formation, no backup, nothing. Sabaean swords taking on Libyans. Libyans are using formation attack. You should probably drop that. Pikes are wavering. Probably going to shatter. Kind of surprised they haven't yet. Still wavering. Still wavering. Looks like part of the unit hadn't quite gotten off the tower either. Yeah, he's probably going to lose that now. So they're going to try another push onto the right? Possibly? Then they got the shield bearer general for Seleucid. So they had quite a bit of troops laying back here. Thorax swords moving over. They dropped most of their towers here. Really don't know why. I mean, right now they wouldn't be able to do anything, but they could have. So now we got Thorax swords and Egyptian infantry fighting through the breach. Actually pretty good javi tosses here by Egypt. Also using formation attack. Thorax pulling out. And here we go, more dropping from Seleucid. Thorax pikes are now dropping on the wall. Got the Royal Peltis on the wall. There's really not a whole lot over here. The Royal Peltis could do some damage, but until they do, they're going to take a lot of fire here. Parthia doesn't really have a good counter to this other than these archers right here. Pulled the Parthian swords out. Oh, he's gonna, okay. I thought he was just gonna shoot him to death. He is shooting them still, but he also threw another Parthian sword in. Okay, they are landing some stuff, so could be that maybe Saba's paying attention out here, but he could charge. Yeah, there he goes. I think he was paying attention to stuff out here. Moscot Marauders coming out. We got the archers from Chimeria coming out. Still have a Moscot Marauder here. 231 kills. 189 on the Sabaean sword. Now he's probably going to surround him here and finish him off. It is a pike, so they got to be careful. Well, the archers are just going to shoot him to death. Scratch that. Egypt still incredibly indecisive on where he wants to go. Really missed the opportunity over here. Finally landed, but then whatever was landed, he basically just got, you know, obliterated by Moscot Marauders. There's still some troops coming in from outside. You know, takes them a sec as they get off the tower. So if you catch them mid unload, then, you know, you don't always get everything. Citizen Cav charging in. Just a hint, Diamond is not going to help you. Chimeria Noble 164, 181. General with 150. Chimeria really doing some work here. The Chimeria Noble Infantry actually don't do too terrible if they're not getting shot all day. Okay, Carthage is gone. Gone? Yeah. Carthage is kaput. Finite. Finished. Finish them. Now Egypt is all that's left here. Well, a smattering of Seleucid is still around, but you can see the last-ditch effort from over here failed. The Shield Bearer General, excuse me, is over here. But he's completely and totally surrounded. Might need to turn the Chimeria Noble Infantry around here. Look at this one, 242 kills. Eastern Slingers getting some shot. I think they're shooting over here at like Parthia or something. How are they doing? Average, they're doing okay. And there we go, we got the outside attack. Levy Thorough Spears taking on a bunch of Moscot Marauders and things of the sort. It's kind of the scraps of Egypt's debacle from over here is really what's kind of just holding this flank. You have a couple thorax swords, but not a lot. 96 kills, 0 on this one. Now it's completely fresh.
Understood. Back. Pull back. At your service. Attack their position. Hunt them down.
And well, getting some breaking here, but definitely a little too late. The Shield Bearer General is like all over the place. I don't really know what's happening with them. 190 kills. It's on the General too. 191 on the Chimerian General. Egypt pretty much cleaning up this area. The bounce power is pretty heavy in the defender's favor, though. Yeah, Egypt clears up the sally out, but he's really banged up. He's got a couple relatively healthy units. This one 174 kills now. Is that 90, I think it was the last time we looked? Thorax swords, Egyptian infantry. Really, they're about to break. Now, the defenders are not, you know, winning this clean, though. They're pretty banged up. Saba seems to be the healthiest of them. And he really doesn't have a whole lot of healthy stuff left. Shield Bearer General, 115 kills, but he's down to 54 men. Chimera Noble Infantry, 295 kills, 2 chevrons. Yep. Look at the Parthian Sword, 275 with 2 chevrons. Thorax, 263 with 2. I say, you know, about a chevron for 100 kills and you did pretty well. You know, if you're at 300 kills and you have 1 chevron or half a chevron, that's not very good. That means that everything you were killing were really, really cheap. It'd be like killing a bunch of, you know, young axes. You know, I mean, they're 190 gold. So I believe it's 500 gold worth of kills to get a chevron. So if you're killing young axes, it takes like, what, 3.5 units of young axes to get a chevron. Chimerians, they do have ammo, 145 kills though, so they're probably pretty low. You can see the Eastern Slingers from outside are shooting them. The Seleucid General is dead. I think that's relatively recent. And so you can see some breaking coming. We're probably going to be seeing some army losses here pretty quick.
By your command! At the double!
Parthia is moving units back here, but I'm not 100% sure why. Egypt, the only unit Egypt had over here was coming this way, but they moved back. So I'm not 100% sure why why Parthia moved 2 units all the way over here. Egypt did get a couple units on. They are pretty weak though. 38 men, 41 men.
Yours to command! We await your command!
You can see Saba came out of the breach. Let's see, what is this all one unit? I think these Thorax, I think, is part of this unit right here, 151 men. So the Moscow Marauders aren't going to beat that. They're a bit too banged up at this point. Chimera may come out and help? I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he is. Leaving the general probably to watch the breach. 324, 303. Go getting some charges from the Ptolemaic Cav of Egypt.
Fire on the enemy!
Thorax Swords taking on Moscow Marauders up here.
Phalanx!
Looks like, yeah, so the Thorax Sword was already hurt, so the Moscow Marauder is definitely going to get the better of that.
As you command!
Okay, swap out? I thought, but nobody went in. Because Parthia came out with those 2 units that he had sitting over there. He came out the breach. Really all that's left is, on this port, is just this Thorax Sword, and then you got a wavering Eastern Slinger, but now some more charging from the Ptolemaic General. Got some pretty open back charges sitting here waiting for him. Ah, he's going to miss it. I think army losses is hitting. Oh, hey, they've got a Mercenary Cretan Archer all the way back here. Look at that. But they broke. Greek Scorpion, only 4 kills. Yeah, I don't think he was able to get very good angles. Where they attacked, like, there's really just not very good shots for that Scorpion. Thorax still holding in. He's got 132 men, 171 kills. Yep, Thorax Sword broke that unit. So they're going to come out and take him on. Sabaean swords come in as well. I think the only general alive, I believe, is the Chimerian general.
Hoplites! Form phalanx!
The countercharge against the Sabaean swords. I don't know how it's not. Oh, it's probably because the ballista crew is wavering. That's probably why. And we're just going to skip through that because that's dumb. There we go. All right, let's look at some kills here. So starting off, Agent Panda with Saba, 2347, 447 kills on the Sabaean Camel Cataphracts, 308 on Muscat Marauders. All of his infantry did really well. Slingers, they did okay. Medusa as Chimeria, 2,502 kills. I mean, honestly, pretty good all around. Archers did excellent. His Chimera Noble Infantry all did really well except for this one. Young Axes with 152 kills. Trust me, that is good for a Young Axe. Hubert as Parthia, 2,072 kills. Infantry did pretty well. Cavalry, I guarantee he wish he did a little bit better with that, but infantry did solid. For the attackers, we have Bob as Egypt leading the game with 2,711 kills. His infantry all did really, really well. 283, 215. Archers did really well, and slingers. Darth Bane as Saluk at 1,300 kills. Really getting roughed up on that right-hand side. Oh, and Handsome Dad. Handsome Dad. Who did I say at the beginning of the match? Hold on. Oh, I think I said Handsome Daddy, but it's Handsome Dad. Whoops. Archers, 235 on this one. Honestly, didn't have a great day. 223 on a Libyan infantry, but that was about it. Well, that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.